Good morning, gang. Happy Saturday morning. Okay, well, a little different topic today. We're going to kind of go into this a little bit. The carnivore diet. I am now 1 month into this, and I kind of wanted to give my testimony as to what it's done. Now, if you guys know what the carnivore diet is, it's you can find tons of stuff on it on YouTube or whatever. But basically, it is a diet of it's a high protein, high fat diet, no carbs. Mrs. P and I started it February 3rd. So, okay, granted, February is a short month, but we're 4 months or 4 weeks into this, close enough. And it's our typical Saturday morning weigh in, measurements, and blood pressure test. So I kind of wanted to let you know how it goes. In regards to how we did this month, we had no cheat days. Okay, I mean nothing. I think in the course of the month, the only thing I ate was ground beef, steaks, salmon, chicken, eggs, bacon, butter. That was it. I had one meal where I had a few leaves of spinach. And yesterday we went out to dinner with friends and I had a steak and have fun going out to dinner. There ain't much on the menu you can have on this. But I did have a dry salad, lettuce basically, and about half a dozen spears of asparagus. That's the extent of it, okay? So there's been no beers, no bread, no pasta, no potatoes, no rice, no bakery, no nothing for either me or Mrs. P. Now, how successful were we with it? We'll see. When I started, if you guys remember, I weighed 309. Okay, now at my height, I carry 309. You can tell in my gut, but it's not like I look like a roly poly walking around. In the first week, I dropped to 297, basically 12 pounds in a week. And the way I look at it, I got rid of all that water weight. Okay, that was probably what that was. Since then, I've basically plateaued. Okay, I weighed in this morning at 296.2. Okay, so even though you go, hey, great, you lost what, 13 pounds in a month, which is good. I'm not complaining. I really haven't lost anything in 3 weeks, though I've kept it off. So that in that respect, you could say, all right, this is good, but I'm nowhere near my goal. Got to keep going. My measurements. When I started, my belly was 55 inches. It's down to 53. It's stayed consistently at 53. Okay, so again, maintenance. My blood pressure has stayed relatively the same. Okay, ever so slightly elevated. Okay, when I started my blood pressure, and again, this you guys know blood pressure changes all the time. Okay, but we test every Saturday morning when we get up. When I started, I was at 138 over 82. This morning, I was 142 over 89. Before anybody says anything, yes, I have a history of high blood pressure in my family. I know it. Don't worry about it. I've been on meds for it forever. It's part of the reason why I'm trying to get rid of the gut. I want to get rid of the medicine for my blood pressure. Okay. But right now, I am still taking it. Again, I had one time I remember to go donate blood and they turned me away because my systolic was over 200. Just to give you an idea of where my blood pressure goes, right? Family history of it. Mrs. P's had similar results, okay? Though she's been a little bit more steady than me. She's dropped 10 pounds since we've started, and this was the first week where she actually had a little bit of a increase, 1 pound. Okay, yeah, and so okay, her blood pressure has dropped. Her measurements have dropped. She's dropped about an inch. Okay, on her belly measurement. So things are good, right? What do I look at here? It's not only the diet, it's also lifestyle. I mean, you guys know it's still nasty weather out. I mean, it's raining again today here. It's supposed to rain most of next week. But getting the exercise is important too. Where we saw better benefits were when we went and walked every day. Now, lately, if it's pouring rain or something like that, we haven't been able to. We're 30 some odd degrees outside, we haven't done it. You don't want to, personal experience, okay? You don't want to go out and be doing cardio in cold weather. That's a good way to get sick, get lung inflammation, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, because, you start to sweat and you get that cold air breathing in your lungs. It's not good. I know there's people that are going to disagree with me. I don't really care. Okay. But so this is the deal. It's a combination of the two. Sure, are we burning fat instead of sugar for energy? Yes. However, we still need to burn the fat, which means we still need exercise. My expectations are, as the weather starts to get a little bit warmer, there's a lot more work to do, especially springtime, as most of you guys know. I mean, I was out the other day raking leaves out of the garden, chestnut husks, spreading straw, the straw from my sweet potatoes from last year. It's mostly composted, so now I'm just mixing that into garden soil, doing all that. All right, physical exercise, that will help. Now, we hit a plateau. What do we do here? Good question. My thought process is we need to increase the metabolism. Again, we need to get more exercise to get back in the mode. Will we continue this after 30 days? Absolutely. Even though I haven't seen any significant, six tenths of a pound loss in 2 weeks. Okay, next, basically nothing. It's still going down. My doctor told me something that was pertinent to remember when I started this, and she goes, don't just go by the scale, go by how your clothes fit. And that there's some truth to that, because I have noticed my pants are looser. Mrs. P has noticed her pants are looser. I can't tell you if maybe we are exchanging body weight for fat to muscle or anything. I mean, I'm not even going to go that far. But getting in shape for what's coming, and I'm not talking about being some bodybuilder or marathon runner or something like that, but not having the spare tire to carry around is going to be important, because ask yourself honestly, how far can you walk right now, okay, without having to sit down and take a break? Uphill, downhill, over uneven terrain, whatever. Right now. How far can you walk if you've got any sort of load that you're carrying? Whether it's a backpack, whether it's a bucket of water, okay, because you're going to be doing that too. We're all of different ages on here. I mean, from our 20s to our 80s, the people that watch the channel, we all have different physical limitations. But right now, I'm doing what I can to get in better shape. I'll never get to, like the picture I posted the other day when I was in the Army. I was skinny in that picture, okay? But I want to be in as best shape that I can be within reason for a 57-year-old man. It'll extend my life in good times and certainly extend my life in bad times. It's another prep. It's your health. And I'm not preaching to anybody to do it, but I challenged y'all to join me on this journey. And I thought it was only fair that after 1 month to share what my results are. Am I going to keep going on this? Absolutely. I'm still determined to get to 250 by the time my birthday rolls around. Have a good one, y'all. Pinball out.